He is the most mighty, the most forgiving.
It is open to two meanings and both are intended. At one level, the message conveyed is that God, notwithstanding, being most irresistible and overwhelming, is extremely merciful and affectionate towards His creatures. He's not a cruel and hard taskmaster. The other meaning is that He has every power to punish the culprits. No one has the strength to escape His punishment. However, He forgives those who repent for their misdeeds, refrain from evil, and seek His forgiveness.
الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور.
Who created the seven heavens one upon another?
For details, see towards Understanding the Quran, Volume 1, Surah Al-Baqarah 2, Note 34. Volume 4, Surah Al-Ra'd 13, Note 2. Surah Al-Hijr 15, Note 8. Volume 6, Surah Al-Hajj 22, Note 113, and Surah Al-Mu'min 23, Note 15. Surah Al-Safat 37, Note 5, and Surah Al-Mu'min 40, Note 90.
You will see no incongruity in the Merciful One's creation.
The word tafawut means imbalance, incongruity, and lack of coordination. The verse asserts that one cannot detect any discordance, irregularity, or incoherence in the whole universe. There is nothing discordant in the universe created by God. All of its components are interconnected and stand out for their sense of proportion and balance.
Turn your vision again. Can you see any flaw?
The word fatur denotes a crack, rift, fissure, cleaving, or breaking apart. The verse means that the whole universe is so well knit together and everything in it, from a particle on Earth to the enormous galaxies, is so coherent and so well connected that no matter how hard one might try, one can find neither any flaw nor any crack in the system.
ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير.
Then turn your vision again, and then again. In the end, your vision will come back to you, worn out and frustrated.
وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ وَجَعَلْنَاهَا رُجُومًا لِلشَّيَاطِينِ وَأَعْتَدْنَا لَهُمْ عَذَابَ السَّعِيرِ.
We have adorned the lower heaven with lamps.
The lower heaven denotes the heaven whose stars and planets can be observed with the naked eye without recourse to any astronomical instrument. The farther heaven, however, can be seen only with tools such as a telescope. Then there are heavens still at a further distance to which man does not have access, even with the help of the most powerful astronomical instruments. The use of the Quranic expression masabi highlights the glory of these heavenly lamps. The verse declares that it is not created by God as a dark, desolate universe. On the contrary, it is profusely adorned with stars whose brightness and luster in the darkness of night baffles the onlooker.
And have made them a means to drive away the Satans.
This does not mean that the devils are struck with these stars, nor does it imply that meteorites are there only for shooting the devils. What is emphasized is that the constant and consistent movement of countless meteors in space and their frequent raining, striking the earth with tremendous speed, obstruct the earthly devils from ascending to the heavens. If they ever try, the meteorites drive them away. The above point is made because the soothsayers claimed, and the Arabs believed, that they exercised control over the devils or maintained some rapport with them. Further, they asserted that the devils bring them news of the unseen, enabling them to foretell the destiny of people. The Quran therefore repeatedly rules out the ascent of the devils to the heavens and their eavesdropping. As to the true nature of these meteorites, nothing can be said with certainty, as human knowledge and research so far seems insufficient. In the light of the available information and on the basis of the observation of meteors fallen on Earth, scientists opine that these are found wandering in outer space and at times are drawn by Earth's gravity.
We have prepared for them the chastisement of the blazing fire.
وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير.
The chastisement of hell awaits those who disbelieve in their Lord. What a wretched destination.
The chastisement of hell will be the fate of all the men and jinns who disbelieve in their Lord.
إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور.
When they will be cast into it, they will hear it roar as it boils.
The Quranic expression shahiq as used in the verse stands for the braying of a donkey. This might refer to the sound of hell itself or to the sound rising from it because of the crying and screaming of those who have already been flung into it. The latter meaning is reinforced by verse 106 of Surah Hud, which speaks of the sighing and groaning of the wretched ones in the hellfire. The former is nonetheless supported by verse 12 of Surah Al-Furqan, which states that from a place afar, the sinners will hear the raging and roaring of the hellfire. It would be thus correct to assume that the roar will be both of hellfire itself and of those cast inside it.
تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير.
As though it will burst with rage, every time a multitude is cast into it, its keepers will ask them, "Did no warner come to you?"
The keepers of hell will not ask them this question with a view to ascertaining whether a warner from God had come to them or not. This question is rather aimed at convincing them that no injustice has been committed in hurling them into the hellfire. They would like the culprits to openly admit that God had not kept them in the dark about the truth. Messengers were sent for this reason, and they had clearly told them about the ultimate reality and the straight way. Likewise, they had eloquently warned that any deviation from the straight way would land them in hellfire, the truth which now stares them in the face. Since they did not listen to the messengers, they deserve the punishment now being meted out to them. The Quran recurrently emphasizes the truth that God has not subjected man to a test about which he is unaware. He has not been left misguided about following or transgressing from the straight way. On the contrary, he has been fully instructed about the path he should follow, and for this, God has devised an elaborate system for man's guidance. As part of the same divine dispensation, messengers and scriptures were sent down. Man's test therefore consists in his believing or disbelieving in the messengers and scriptures. He is being tested to ascertain whether he follows the straight path or pursues his own desires and fancies while disregarding divine guidance. Thus, messengership is a clinching argument and evidence against man, as his fate hinges on his believing or disbelieving in messengers. After the advent of messengers, no person can plead that he was in the dark.
Hey, are you still here? Don't forget to read the comment I left for you and follow me with notifications for latest videos.